Sorry about that. Welcome everyone then to game number 1. In the final series of the day, Hera playing with Italians versus DauT playing with Byzantines on Frigid Lake. For the 6th and final series of the day, we'll see who the final player to make it into the main event is going to be. Assume that all these players can actually go attend to the main event, right? Should be good. And yeah, let's take a look at civilization bonuses and whatnot. So Hera is going to get first off with Italians, a 15% discount on fish and ships, a 15% discount to go up to the next stage. Then on top of that, we also see for the Italians a 33% discount on dock and university upgrades. And in addition to that, guys, this is actually working buttery smooth now. I think it might have been the transition all along. Ah man, I wish I would have thought of that before. I think the transition is broken in a way that is bugging OBS really badly. But yeah, besides that, for Italians we also get 20% cheaper gunpowder units, and for the team bonus, access to condottieri from the barracks in the Imperial Age. DauT playing with Byzantines gets 10, 20, 30, and 40% extra HP on buildings in the Dark Field Castle in Imperial Ages. A 25% discount on Skirm, Spear, and Camel Rider units, as well as for the team bonus. We're gonna try to catch up over here a little bit. As well as for the team bonus, we get for Byzantines 100% faster healing monks. It's not only that, but also free town watch, free town patrol for the Byzantines. A 33% discount to go up to the Imperial Age, as well as 25% faster attacking fire line units. Fire galleys, fire ships, and fast fire ships are going to be absolutely unstoppable for DauT civilization. On equal numbers against his opponents, so. And good unit control, of course. So we'll see. Fuel Age is coming up for both these guys. We're going to go back to 1x by the time the Fuel Age is here. And I would actually like to ask a favor. If anybody could take a look at the Order of the Sheep's channel and let me know what time in the game they are. And let me know. That'd be very much appreciated because I don't want to fall behind, right? And I will pause over there for like, what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes perhaps? Just trying to get this to fix 1 minute. Okay. Thank you. So we're just going to go 2x ever so slightly until we get to 9.5 minutes, and that should be good. Guys are coming out though for Hera. Thank you. Well and boom, by the way. Oh, okay. They are 1 minute because the stream dropped. Sorry, I thought I was a minute behind. But here come the galleys anyway, and we see a fishing ship going down already. There we go. This is Ititas here, by the way. Oh, alright. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing alright as well. Fire galleys are coming out now. For DauT. And remember, 25% faster attacking fire galleys are extremely strong for DauT. However, he's kind of outnumbered now as Hera's got the fire galley, he's got the standard galleys over here. He should have a better army composition to fight against DauT. Beautiful. So far, Order of the Sheep is a 340-minute game time. Thank you. Yes, it seems like they dropped. So we are not going to fast forward. We're just going to continue going like this, and then we are just going to wait until they post the record the game for game number 2. And hopefully at that point we are going to be in sync. Need to update the stream title, by the way, before I keep on forgetting. But so far, it's looking better for DauT. It's got the fire galleys over there, putting a lot of pressure. Yes. I know that they are back. That they are behind. It's fine. we are just going to continue going like this, and then when we are done, we're gonna have to wait a little bit for them to post the record games for game number 2. And at that point, hopefully we are going to be synced again. I thought I was falling behind because I had to pause the game for like 2 minutes at the very beginning because of the OBS bug. But if all goes well, I think it might be fixed already. Nice demo shot over there for Hera though. And DauT's really struggling over here to get control of the water. And what's worse, Hera has had the fishing ships working for a while already. So if you take a look at the gather economy time, Hera's looking a little bit stronger over here. It's not a massive amount, only about 7 extra minutes. Should amount to about 100 to 150 extra resources for Hera. But he's playing Italians. He's gotten a better KD over here. DauT's got more military units with me, which means that he's invested more into the units, while Hera, on the other hand, has been saving many of those resources to go up to the castle age. The resources he's gotten from the fishing ships, the resources that he saved from getting a better KD overall and not producing quite as many units, and it's gonna be the first one to go up. However, DauT's going for the demo raft himself, and that is not a good shot. That is a good shot. Actually, takes 2 fire galleys down and turns the situation around over here. Hera is going back with 2 fire galleys left only. He is going for his own demolition raft over here though, so DauT's gotta be careful. This is what the scouting information is looking like for Hera. Right now, he knows where DauT is. He doesn't know about the walls too much. Yeah. And DauT, on the other hand, he doesn't know about Hera's walls. He knows where Hera is in general. But that's about it. Castle is on the way for Hera, indeed as expected, significantly earlier. DauT, on the other hand, ended up struggling to keep up in economy. He's gonna start going for some of the fishing ships himself, but it's going to take some time for him to catch up, of course. Hera had the fishing ships working for a very long time over there, and DauT, not so much. The stream title should be updated right now. Let me know if that's not the case on your end, but it should be. And DauT's looking good. He's going to end up getting full water control. He's so much later to the castle age. Hera could potentially just go for extra TCs once he gets up. And kind of deny the potential for an eco lead for DauT, right? Could very well see for the bull player potentially a TC coming up over here. That is not a TC. A TC coming up over here, for instance. Could see a TC coming up probably right next to the stone, maybe? Over there? Or maybe over here. It's going to be harder over here because of the elevation. I think this would probably be a better location. Also, he would have all 3 TCs kind of very close together. Other the sheep, 1040? Damn. Okay. Alright, it's fine. So I'm just going to continue going like this 1x. I'm not going to fast forward or anything, and we are just going to wait a little bit longer for game number 2. So we're going to be done a little bit sooner, but for game number 2, we should be basically in sync. Sorry about that. I thought for a moment that we needed to catch up because of all the time that I spent paused over here at the very beginning. Didn't know that their stream dropped. There we are. We got the upgrades here for Hera though. That cannot really take an engagement yet. Let's gotta wait. Scatter demolition raft coming over though, and Hera! He is paying attention, yes sir. A demo ship is going up, and that is so much stronger. In the end, DauT paid attention over there as well. Now spoiler everything. The other stream. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. By the time we are done, hopefully, I think the game is going to be already one-sided by a while already. So, I guess probably it's going to be looking kind of over on their end too. Maybe. That's usually the way it goes. It's more of a slow decline, much more so. More often than not, it's something like a slow and steady decline as opposed to like a big play that finishes the game, right? Little pause over there. We don't have to endure through it because of the recorded games. As expected, Hera did go for the extra TCs. He does have one on the right hand side, so he will get access to this stone. It's fine. He could have gone for the TC over here. Would have been fine anyway. Hera could potentially go for a 4 TC over here if he wanted to. DauT, on the other hand, the moment he gets to the castle age, he goes for 3 additional TCs. He got pushed away from the water already, and he was much later to the castle age, so it makes sense that he's trying to keep up over here with the economy by going for full greed. Meanwhile, Hera, on the other hand, he's looking stronger right now with 14 extra workers. He's got extra military units as well. Extra eco upgrades as well for DauT. Very important too. Yes, he's got heavy plow. Meanwhile, Hera has not gotten it yet, especially going for so many farms as he's going right now. It's going to eventually hurt. In DauT, well, it's gonna be fine. Should be. Hera's been collecting some stone with the villagers over here on the right hand side, so he could go for a 4 TC. If he saves a little bit more, might be able to go for a for the castle eventually as well. We'll see. Why is this gas over the wreck not live? Rule tournament? No, it seems like Hera's current location was having issues with power. And it was likely that he was going to run out of power, so they played as soon as they could. And we are casting the recorded games right now. Otherwise, it would have been played live, but it seems like it's been a struggle. Wouldn't be surprised, he's in Argentina right now. Infrastructure, not the best. Says the Argentinian while he keeps on going strong 10 hours into the stream. Oh, the irony. Yeah, and that's gonna be catching up sometime soon. Unless Hera goes for a 40C, DauT should be able to catch up in about 3.5 minutes or so. Oh, nice conversion for DauT. He's starting to collect some of the relics. He's going full greed. He's got 2 monks over here. Which relics does DauT actually know of? On the right hand side, he knows about this one. Down the south, he knows about this one. So that's going to be 3 relics for him if he ends up collecting those. Meanwhile, Hera got the one from the center, I'm pretty sure. And then these 3 are still going to be kind of exposed. Whoa! Bebe! Thank you so much for the gift to subs. It's very much appreciated, guys. It's been almost 10 hours. It's been pretty tough to keep on going, especially keep the enthusiasm and the passion in the casting. So all the support over here is very much appreciated. Everyone from the follows to the ad squad, to the gifted subs, the resubs, the tips, the donations, the bits, everything helps and is very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Fede as well. And that's going to be a gifted sub to Anatop, to Lumaras, The Adler, Chappelle, and finally Tembrick. Welcome you guys. And thank you, Fede. Appreciate it. I'm really enjoying your support. Right hand side, we have a castle coming up, and you know what? Hera did go for the 40C in the end. Where we were expecting to see this. DauT has managed to catch up though, and very soon it's going to be on his way to the Imperial Age. So for the most part, we could say that the game has stabilized over here, and DauT is no longer on the back foot. At the very least, not by too much. Hera's still going to have a head start to the Imperial Age, but not by a huge lot. Yo, there you go. Thank you so much, Josh. Domestic, I'm hopefully saying that correctly. Thank you so much for the bits. 50 bits. It's gonna be half an avocado. Keeps me going 12 hours, which is about the duration of this stream. So, well, not quite 12 hours, but you get the point. Still, thank you so much. By the way, I'm talking about 50 bits for half an avocado. I'm talking about the standard avocado, not the avocados, the monster avocados that I've been getting. If you haven't seen that, you gotta check my Instagram. There is a picture of the avocados that we have gotten access to in the past 2 months or so. They are gigantic, man. And yesterday we actually got the largest one that we have gotten so far. It's over a kilogram for a single avocado. It's super big. Second cast is coming up for Hera and DauT. DauT's finally on his way to the Imperial Age. Yeah, those are pricier, by the way. Those are pricier. That one that we got yesterday is about $3 alone. But it's giant. Nice snipe over here from Hera as well, taking the monk down. Still 4 TCs for both these guys and DauT. DauT's going for the crossman upgrade. He's gonna be playing for Arbalesters against Italians. It could be good. Hera is going to have fully upgraded Arbalesters, but the difference over here is that Hera actually gets better Arbalesters compared to DauT, because if he goes for Pavise, they're going to get extra armor. Meanwhile, DauT, on the other hand, he can only go to fully upgraded Arbalesters. So unless he's banking on complementing this army with skirmishers or something else of some sort to potentially counter Hera's stronger archers, it's going to be pretty difficult for DauT. Pound per pound, Hera's archers are going to be stronger when fully upgraded. I haven't heard the phrase "have access to" used for an avocado before. Oh yeah. These are exclusive avocados. You don't find them everywhere. They are gigantic, man. I'm telling you, they're super big. Beautiful attack round from DauT. He's getting the first castle up after he gets to the Imperial Age, though. Meanwhile, Hera already has 2. And the bull player, he knows about the castle coming up. He's got demolition ships on the way, and this could be juicy, guys. DauT's gotta keep an eye on these crossbows. He's gotta stay away, steer clear of the mangrove over here, because it's going to yield a few dangers for the red player. And we know that if he's not 100% paying attention to his army at all times, this could be extremely catastrophic. Impeto Hussar for Hera, pretty standard. He's not going to bother going for archers at all. And taking a look at his point of view, he doesn't know where the archers are, but he knew that they were going over the left-hand side, right? So he's coming over there with the demolition ship, and meanwhile, DauT is in the clear. He is in the clear. He knows about the demolition ship now. They're going Hussar Bombard Cannon or Cannon Galleon? No, it's not going to be Cannon Galleon. There isn't enough water over here to justify going for that. He might be able to get the one castle down over here, but that's not going to do anything against the rest. So he's got just the Hussar right now, and he could make a play for Bombard Cannons as well. That's 20% cheaper for Italians. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Hera decided to just go for full Hussar over here. It's one of his signature plays, after all. Who better to go for full Hussar push over here in the Imperial Age than Hera, right? He's just so good at it. DauT, going for a second castle. Well, okay, maybe now I would actually wouldn't mind for Hera to go for Cannon Galleon, honestly. Both these castles are very close to the water, and DauT, it's kind of risking it. Okay, crossman upgrades coming up. Hera's going for Arbalesters, though. Alright. He has not gotten Pavise yet. I believe. And DauT. Hit a shot for Hera. That's gotta be a misclick. That's gotta be a misclick. He's going for ballistics right now. What is hit a shot next to? That's gotta be a misclick. Why would he go for hit a shot? He might have. Yeah, that's gotta be a mistake. I have a dream Cataphracts. That'd be nice. But against Hera, it's going to be pretty difficult against Italians because of the prospect of Genoese crossbows. Guess it's going down very soon, and Hera does not give up on the Hussar, though. He's going to add archers into the mix. Here we are. Beautiful. The cast goes down, and now DauT's coming in with this cheap trash, the halberdier. He's got the arbalest over here to work with as well. How many trebuchets do we have for DauT? 6 trebuchets. And he's actually getting a better trade against Hera over here, and still the bull player has not gone for Pavise, if I'm not mistaken. No, He's not really going for anything. He's got no armor. What is this? 0 armor for Hera. Not even Padded Arch armor. Meanwhile, DauT, on the other hand, he's got no armor either, to be fair. Kind of feels like playing at a disadvantage over here, but both players are on the same ground. Oh, and DauT's going for... Wait. DauT managed to get a dock up, and he's going for a cannon galleon over here. He's actually checking the demos. Wow. Yeah, it's gonna take some time for Hera to get the upgrades he needs. Only now finish research Embracer. He's got Thumbring as well, but DauT's push over here is very interesting. Is very threatening as well in Hera. Hera's in 200 population, DauT's in 200 population. We have Arbalists over here for both these players. We have a lot of Hazard coming over from Hera over here as well as the Halberdier from DauT. They're going to provide the meat shield. So the Hazard going down to the Halberdier. The Trebuchets are staying up over there, but the Arbalists for the most part get cleaned up from DauT. And Hera is just ignoring the Halberdier, going after the Trebuchets, and he does manage to take one. Still 5 left over here for DauT to work with. Yeah, we have a cannon galleon over here for DauT still. Not anymore. Why does it lag so much? It's a bug with OBS. I thought I had fixed it by changing the transition type, but it's not. It's not really helping. So I'm very sorry once again. This is not something that I can fix right now. I will need to switch versions of OBS. I will need to switch versions of the add-ons that I use. Something is bugging out over here, and it's making OBS utilize like 70% of the GPU when it should be using 30%, so it doesn't really leave any room for capturage. But now, at the very least, it's watchable. And a shot to the head! With the 4 treasures over here. Couple Arbalists going down. It's not the best though. Without Warwolf, Trebuchets aren't really a unit to take units down with. They're just good against buildings. I think it was even targeting the same Arbalest with the Trebuchets, so you got the single one down at most. There we go. Hera still 200 population, DauT. Comparable current population compared to Hera. Getting to 200 himself as well. Nice. Seems like he's getting pushed back a little bit though. Yeah, and once again, shot to the head against the Arbalesters, but that's another Trebuchet that's gone down for DauT. He was only able to take a very small amount of units over here, but he is pushing Hera back a little bit. Very similar work account for both these players, so military is going to be pretty comparable as well. When both players get to 200 population, they are going to have about the same population space to go for more military. And that could go for Bombard Cannon. That would actually be significantly better over here against the Arbalesters. If he played the Bombard Cannon the same way that he's been playing the Trebuchets, that would have been able to do so much more damage against Hera. But now Hera's gonna be the one going for the Bombard Cannons, going after the Trebuchet right away. He's got 2 over here. With all the Hazard as well. Finds himself in a pretty good spot. Here we are. The Trebuchet is coming out from Hera, starting to put some pressure. We have better resource for DauT? Yes. You gotta keep in mind though that Hera has queued 25 Hazard over here, so if you remove the Hazard from the queue, that'll be 1600 resources that he will also have over here. Still looking a little bit better for DauT. He's got about twice the food. But Hera's been going for more food intensive units. So long as he's able to make use of these the best, then it's not really going to matter too much. Here comes Hera. And this is what I'm talking about. He's one of the best players at raiding around with the Hazard. Unlike many other high-level players, which would only just send the Hazard forward and let them to die, right? And just patrol them and hope for the best. Hera actually does take the time, for the most part, to micro the units around, so usually these do not go down easily to like TCs or idle castle fire, right? The Holiday from DauT still looking very strong. Here we are. Fantastic. That's pushing Hera back over here, and we have a little bit of a stronghold over here. DauT is the only player who has been getting raided a little bit, but it's not really done too much for Hera. He's been able to get another trebuchet down over here, so DauT's out of trebs. Might end up losing the castle over here, and this might actually give Hera finally the boost that he needs to finally break into DauT's economy. Hera's not out of gold yet. He's got some gold over here, but he's not collecting from it. And then he's got some gold around here. I think let's take a look at the resource view. Oh no, just from here he's collecting. And DauT does have still 2 golds over here. This one, which is about to run out, and then this one, which has got about 1400 gold left. Overall, who's got the most gold? Hera's got the most gold. He's got 3000 left. Meanwhile, DauT's got 1400 only. Hera, of course, not really taken too heavily though. He's just been going for Hussar and Skirmishers, so that's about it. Let us stone for DauT. For the time being, he's using that to repair this. So many resources for DauT. It's very standard to see in a position like this. So long as he stays 200 population, is not too bad, but he's struggling though. 173, 172 population over here for DauT and Hera. Hera's starting to get more and more Hussar to the back of DauT's base though. And this makes a big difference. Notice how much of DauT's economy is actually exposed. If we take a look at the TCs over here, we have 4 TCs providing some level of protection for DauT's economy, but on 104 villagers, these will only garrison 60 villages, and then the rest could potentially still be up for grabs, right? As long as Hera keeps the pressure going. It is okay, DauT only needs 100 villages from here on. With the amount of resources he's got right now, it does make sense, yes. But I don't think that's going to be the end of DauT's losses though. Hera's going to continue going. Yeah, there we go. A lot of villages going down. DauT cannot garrison everything inside the castle. Yeah, so a bunch of extra villages are going down, and Hera's not really paying attention to the units too much over here. This is very unlike him. Meanwhile, DauT's starting to gain some ground forward. Still significantly behind, though, in worker count, and this will give him enough space to go for extra military units that are much stronger military compared to Hera. But he's struggling to take advantage of it. A lot of halberdier, a lot of skirmishers. Hera really believes he doesn't have gold. I don't think he's going for gold. He sees this. I think he probably just doesn't feels like he doesn't need it. He's got 3 relics as well. DauT's got 2, so he can potentially go from Barcanas eventually, trebuchets eventually. And because Hera's been focusing for the most part on halberdier, sorry, what am I talking about? On Hussar, he doesn't need, right? All he needs is a strong food economy. And here come the Hussar once again, though, and the massacre around the woodline. In the forest, don't go alone. Don't go alone. When in war, DauT's dropping under 100 workers. 90 villages right now. Lord going even lower than that. Very soon under 80 villagers probably. And DauT's population over here starts to crumble. Starts to absolutely crumble. DauT's falling apart at the seams, while Hera's still bursting at the seams himself. He's got 200 population. He's got another castle coming up on the right hand side. If it was not enough for him to get 3 castles up already around his economy, the 4th castle is going to provide an extra level of protection. Yeah, and DauT. I mean, he's got the resource. Good to go on for the castle over here. We have space, right? He's not going for it. There we go. Fantastic. Yep, DauT is struggling big time over here. By the way, guys, does it feel like it's a little bit better for lag? Right now, it should be a lot smoother. I'm sorry about all the issues so far. I've been trying to figure out what's the culprit over here. And I think I might have figured out what the problem is. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm not chanting victory over here until we are done casting the whole series without lag. There we are. Yeah, and DauT manages to stabilize back home, but still has not recovered. 140 population for him. And Cherish is going down once again. DauT is the only player who is still actively collecting gold, mind you. But I don't think... I think he's just run out. I think he just ran out. I think he was collecting up until just a few moments ago, and he's just run out of gold. Yes, there we go. And now he's gonna start going for some farms over here. There we are. Try to take the goal in the front. Yeah. Probably not going to work out too well for DauT over here, given the amount of Azar and pressure from Hera, and still. Slowly but surely, DauT's going back towards 200 population. Hera instead. Not so much. Hera's been on 200 population. He doesn't need to recover at all. And what a long game for the starter one for the final series of the day. There we go. Yeah, in the castle, he just tried to get some control of the gold. In the end, he ended up getting pushed away. Now Hera, he's got some momentum with the trebuchets over here still left. He's going after the second castle. Yeah, failed attempt to push from that. Well, you gotta hand it to him, but it didn't really work out. It might have been better. Yeah, it was not necessarily a bad castle. The problem is that DauT was getting raided at the same time as well. We were paying attention to the raids for the most part, and he couldn't really take advantage of it, right? He couldn't capitalize on it. Well, DauT's getting to 200 population again. This time around, though, with 100 military. So that, at the very least, is looking a little bit better. But this time around, though, DauT does not have the thousands upon thousands of resources in the bank. So, if Hera keeps on pushing over here, DauT won't be able to keep on replenishing his army quite as fast. And this is the turning point in the game, of course. I would say we had two turning points. The earlier one was when Hera finally managed to get a good amount of Hussar on the back of DauT's base and managed to clear up a lot of the villagers, dropping DauT's worker count down to the 80s, right? And then the second one, well, the moment DauT finally runs out of resources and cannot keep on going for quite as many units anymore. So now, despite the fact that he's got cheaper units, despite the fact that DauT had a stronger military, or at the very least he had a higher military count compared to Hera, Hera is still able to overpower DauT's military simply because DauT cannot replenish the units. He cannot replenish the units fast enough, and population's dropping, guys, and it seems like this is getting closer and closer to the end. The Raiden seems to be on the wall, and Hera, 200 population basically locked. Seems like he's going to get the lead in the series over here with a victory. That has not come easy though. DauT drops on the 150 population, but it's been an hour of struggle for Hera as well, and DauT's done such a good job over here holding on for such a long time. Struggle to protect his economy, yes. Struggle to keep production going after losing a bunch of his economy as well, of course. But managed to make this one a pretty close game, regardless. There we go. Castle's going down eventually. That doesn't have the resources to keep on repairing it anymore. He doesn't. He cannot buy the stone. I mean, if he does buy the stone, he tanks his economy. So this is buying himself a little bit more time, but it's what is that going to be? 2 minutes? Repairing the castle. He's gonna be out of stone then again, and he won't have the resource to buy anymore. So Hera still needs to break through the defenses from DauT a little bit more. DauT's not going to call the GG so long as he stays somewhat close to 180 or so population, right? But Hera should have the position from this point onwards to clean this up. Yeah, and there we go. Hera is getting to the back of DauT's economy once again. And this is the final stand. The DauT isn't able to keep the castle up over here. He doesn't really have any defense anymore. The rest of the castles are up in the north, protecting not much of anything. Meanwhile, the vast majority of the economy for DauT, I would say, is probably over here close to the west corner, right? Yeah. He's got 72 villages over there. So the castle crumbles. There's no stopping Hera from coming forward, pushing through. And DauT, well, wouldn't be able to keep on defending himself despite a very healthy looking queue over here. He is significantly behind the military. And farm hazard, typical Hera. It's one of the things that he does the best. It's a signature move for Hera for sure. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful. Hera legit forgot about his main gold. I don't know though. Is he? I don't think he needs any gold. Could have been the case, yes. DauT keeps on crumbling over here. 130 population, and it's about time. Yes, it's about time for DauT to call the GG as gods. Game number 1 goes in favor of Hera. He gets the lead. The Canadian / current Argentinian is going to take game number 1 from DauT to get the lead in the series over here, 1-0. And we'll take a look at what we get for game number 2 in a moment. But I think we need to wait anyway, right? Because we are a little bit ahead compared to the order of the ship stream. For military, you get a stronger economy for military, sorry, a better KD for Hera, approaching 4-3, not quite as high, but very close. For economy, a stronger economy for Hera as well. This is significantly higher though. About 28,000 extra resources for Hera, if my quick maths are correct. For society, we'll see a stronger villager max count for Hera. About 7 higher compared to DauT. That is not what makes the difference over here. What makes the difference is the total amount of villagers trained throughout the game versus the current amount of villagers at the end of the game. And DauT ended up losing 157 villagers. Once again, if quick maths are correct. And Hera on the other hand, he ended up losing 48 only, so it's not too bad over here for Hera, and this makes a huge difference. Higher APM for Hera as well, doubling the average game effective APM compared to DauT. Probably not really surprising a lot of people, and I'm going to go back and wait for game number 2. And once again, sorry about the crappy transition. That's going to be fixed for the next game. All right, game number 2. We have Turks for Hera. We have Lithuanians for DauT. Okay, interesting. Hera's got one of the strongest civilizations for this map. Some Arena lovers would say probably one of the top 3 civilizations for Arena, well, DauT. Now, it's got a strong civilization for this, but I don't think it's going to be quite as good. We'll see. We'll see what we get. Let's go and take a look at the civilizations first. The bonuses and map generation as well. What do we get? Starting with Hera, he's gonna have, with Turks, 25% extra HP on gunpowder units, as well as free chemistry. He gets a 50% discount on gunpowder upgrades, as well as free light cavalry and hussar upgrades too, which is extremely important for the relic war especially. You go for a few scouts in the village, for instance, and then those turn into light cavalry for free. They go one extra pierce armor, and finally they have, for the team bonus, 25% faster training gunpowder units. I feel like I'm forgetting one bonus over here for Turks. What is it? Did I talk about the faster work in? Gold miners, chemistry, gunpowder, light cavalry, extra armor. Yeah, I think I mentioned everything. For DauT, on the other hand, playing with Lithuanians, is going to get one extra attack on Knights and Laichai per each relic garrison up to 4 relics. For the team bonus, 20% faster work in monasteries as well, which makes it a little bit easier. You're going to get the monks out a little bit sooner, assuming the ball players go up at the exact same time. Besides that, Lithuanians also get 10% faster movement skirm spearline units, as well as 150 extra food upon starting the game, so that helps a little bit as well. Artillery bombard cannon as well. Oh yeah, just talking about the civilization bonuses, not about what they are going to have available, right? But yeah, we have bombard cannons, we have artillery as the castle age unique unit for Turks, we have Sipahi as the... Sorry, artillery as the imperial age, Sipahi as the castle age unique unit for Turks, which gives the cavalry archer extra HP. And then, for DauT civilization, if you want to talk about the unique units or the unique civilization technologies, rather, in the Castle Age, they get Hail Forts, which gives extra range on the TCs, and then Tower Shields in the Imperial Age for extra armor, Pierce armor actually on skirmishers, and Halberdier, 2 extra Pierce armor, so if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna take a look at the map generation now, and we're gonna touch on the relic generation as well, starting for the map generation for Hera over here. And once again, sorry, it's not going to look quite as nice, but it was really killing my stream. We have the main goal on the back. This is the beautiful map generation for Hera. Take a look. The main goal and the secondary goals on the back, so far away from any potential aggression. To be fair though, if we are going to see a castle drop, it's probably going to come from Hera, not from DauT, but still, very nice. And then we have the main stone on the back. He's got, yeah, save resources just all around, even the berries, right? For the secondary gold, secondary stone outside the walls, those are going to be both forward. To be expected over here. Overall, pretty good for Hera, I would say, for what I would say it's the standard type of map generation for Arena. Meanwhile, for DauT, on the other hand, we have the main stone on the back. The main goals on the left-hand side. Kind of forward a little bit, but too far away from the walls to really get spotted, honestly. And then we have the secondary gold forward as well. And now this might be a little bit of an issue, especially if Hera is going to be the one with scouts around the map. If we are to see, for instance, the bull player go for something like scouting around here, right? He's going to get vision of this gold. As we often say, it could potentially influence the decision making, and Hera would be able to potentially go for a castle drop. That is not the castle drop that I tried to go for. Oh god. Probably a castle drop around this area. Right? That would allow him to deny this stone, this gold, and then DauT would only have these resources in the back. We'll see. As for the relic generation, seems to be favoring Hera a little bit. If we take a look, we'll see that the blue player gets one relic over here very close to his walls. There's another one over here on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, we have one that favors DauT towards the south over here. Just barely, though. It's not anywhere near as safe as Hera's. And then the remaining ones are going to be sort of neutral with this one and this one. I'm liking the map generation. Much better for Hera. Yes. Remember back in the days when there used to be extra golds in the back of some bases? And not only that, I remember there was a... man, I don't remember the name of this tournament. There was a tournament, there was a show match, I don't remember anymore. Where they would use old school scripts. Right? So they would use like the original arena script, they would use the original fortress script, and they were so bad. I remember there was this one arena generation where the relic was actually inside the wall. So you could see the relic silhouette over here behind the wall, but you couldn't really access it. You had to delete the wall in order to pick it up. That was rough. We did some show matches on all arena between CL players. Maybe that was it. Could be that was like a year ago or something. Because this is a fairly distant memory, but it's definitely from after the... Yeah, I don't remember if it was a show match or if it was a tournament. A year ago? That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Yeah, probably. We got one coming up as well. Oh, you really like to suffer, don't you? Castellage is gonna be here for that in about 15 seconds, and everybody watching this on YouTube is gonna be, who the hell is he talking to? I'm sorry guys on YouTube if you cannot see the chat over here. This is just requirements to cast this tournament, the qualifiers. Cannot have the chat because I need to put the sponsor logos over there. There was an old classic tournament or something, right? So Castellage is here for DauT already, and Hera's gonna be there in about 10 seconds. He's gonna get a light cavalry for free, the upgrade for free, and DauT. DauT's going for light cavalry right now. Monastery on the way already for Hera. DauT already has the monastery up. And remember, Lithuanians get 20% faster working monasteries, so he's going to get the monks out a little bit quicker. There we go. DauT's in an alright spot though. Despite the fact that Hera has gotten the resources, or actually has gotten the upgrade without paying resources. Has gotten the upgrades for free. DauT's actually on a good amount of light cavalry right now as well. There we are. The first relic's coming in, and DauT's unit control is not going to be enough. Hera's got the first monk coming out, and he's going over the front of his base as well. So it doesn't seem like he's going to go for the safer one. It seems like he's going to try to contest this one. And who could blame him, right? If he can leave this one for later, which is almost guaranteed, and just go forward and try to get the riskier one, he's going to be rewarded eventually, or he's got a pretty big chance of getting rewarded in the end. But DauT doesn't end up collecting the one at the center. Now he's going to have this one to collect from, potentially, or to collect as well in a moment. That's going to be 2 relics for him, assuming that he does get it. And he keeps the light cavalry over here up in the north as well. He doesn't even try to deny this one from Hera. He's just going to keep an eye on this one. So it seems like DauT is kind of... He's got his eye on 3 relics. Doesn't seem to be thinking for 4 or 5 relics. But that's a nice snipe over here. Hera snipe as well. Beautiful. Here we are. Hera, in the end, will end up collecting the one up in the north. DauT is in one as well, so the 3 remaining relics up are up for grabs. These 2 down the south, we know that favor 1 player each, and then this one up in the north. This one is going to technically favor Hera in the sense that it's closer to his base, but DauT's going to be the first one to go and try to collect it. So he's taking this one. DauT was able to come in through the gate over here, take one of the monks down, and now Hera's getting the second scout out, or actually he's getting the second monk out. Dude, 10 hours and a half, and I already cannot distinguish the unit types. He's getting the second monk out over here. Let's check. Beautiful. Here we go. DauT has already collected the second relic though. If he can just secure one of the left-hand side ones, it's gonna be on 3. Hera? Hera's going for both of these. Does the stream have a little lag drop or is it just me? We are not dropping any frames right now. And there is no lag anymore since I removed the special effect for the annotation, so no, it's working fine. It's just 30 FPS, it's not 60 FPS. Maybe you're used to 60 FPS. My computer's not strong enough for 60 right now, so I'm just doing 30. Next year, I want to upgrade my computer. So hopefully, I'll be able to stream at 60 FPS. Hopefully with a little bit of a bigger screen as well, so that we can do zoom effects and stuff. That'll be nice. But yeah, right now it is what it is. It should be pretty stable 30 though, in any case. Is Hera's monk hiding in the forest? Is it? Where's Hera's monk? Oh yeah! He's doing it! Oh! Ho, ho, ho. The sneaks! He's on it! This is, oh man, so good. We saw something like this with a king in the past, actually. There's a famous clip on my channel where you're going to see somebody do that with a king as well. Just keep it behind the trees and the silhouettes. It's pretty hard to spot. So yeah, that is actually pretty interesting from Hera. Of course, any unit patrolling from DauT over here would find the monk themselves, but still. Yeah, sneaky monk. Substantial villager lead right now for Hera indeed. He's got the third TC up. He's got all 3 TCs working. Meanwhile, DauT on the other hand, he's got the 3 TCs up as well. He's still behind by about 13 workers. And now, we see the monks going down from Hera and from DauT. Yeah, and Hera has still not collected this one. I wonder if he knows where the monk actually is. He's gotta know, right? He's waiting until he gets full center control before bringing it back because it's kind of risky. And DauT probably assumes that Hera has already collected the relic, so he's just gonna try to make a play for this one, right? And he's going down! He's going down! DauT! He should have vision right now, the monk. Not quite! That is so close, though! He got the relic very close to his gate. And from this point onwards, DauT should be able to guarantee this one. So it's going to be 3 relics for DauT no matter what. He's bringing the monk over already. He's got the spearman and the light cavalry. But Hera could end up collecting 2 relics over here now if DauT realizes about this. Oh man, there's no way. There's absolutely no reason why DauT would ever send units down the south over here. He knows already the forest is connected. There is nothing else for him to take a look at over there, right? So he's collecting the relic over there, and Hera is eventually going to be able to go and garrison this one. Yeah, there we go. He's bringing it back. Yes, sir. And DauT's got no idea. Yep, it's going to be 3-2 in the end, and Hera gets away with the sneak. Beautiful. Workshop on the way now for Hera as well. Up to the Imperial Age DauT goes. Hera's getting very close himself with a much stronger economy. Should be in a better position once he gets to the Imperial Age. And so far, nobody has tried to get center control yet. DauT is the first player to get enough resources to go for a castle. So he sends some villagers over to the front gate over here. He's gotta be careful. We have the light cavalry over here from Hera as well. Yeah, there we are. So we're gonna see a castle come up. And where is DauT gonna want to get a castle? If we take a look at his vision, his point of view. He doesn't really know any resources inside the walls that are going to be potentially exposed from Hera, and we know why, because Hera's resources are all in the back. Both golds and the stone. So that's just going for this one, and that is a pretty solid castle location over here for the red player over here. That's going to allow him to secure the gold. He's gonna secure the stone as well, right? So it's not too bad. And the gold is the most important thing as well, because he wants to make sure that once Hera runs out of gold inside his walls, he is unable to access the gold outside, as Turks are so gold reliant as a civilization. I think it's for map control. It's always risky, yes, against Turks or otherwise. But if DauT is able to keep control of the map over here, is the first one to get to the Imperial Age. If he's able to keep control of the gold over here, potentially this one as well, then Hera is going to very soon run out of gold, as Turks are so gold reliant. Only one villager though for DauT. Yeah. Punch went down over there. Send some more. That was always behind the work account. Now this is going to exacerbate that fact, and Hera on 32 extra workers, it's going to take a little bit longer to get to the Imperial Age, but because he gets chemistry for free, he'll be able to go for bombard cannons right away. He's got only one siege workshop, if I'm not mistaken, though, right? Yeah. He's getting his own castle up. Beautiful. 8 villages because it did not have loom. That is a very big mistake though. You want to get loom already when you get to the castle age or so. You have extra TC, so it doesn't really hurt to fall behind by one extra villager. By going for loom, you're gonna be able to recover it very quickly, especially if you're gonna try to go for a forecast. I think they'll probably just forgot about it. Regardless though, Hera's got the bombard cannon over here. He's just finished researching artillery. That's going to give these guys extra range, 2 extra range compared to standard bombard cannons. Even with siege engineers, artillery is going to outrange those. Still have no doubt who will win. Did we enable predictions for game number 2, by the way? Damn it. Didn't do it. Didn't even enable predictions for game number 1 even. Damn. Where are you, Arbase? Where are my mods? Probably left to bed already. Here we go. Trebuchet is going down. Yes, sir. Let's get Cavalier. Halberdier on the way. It's got 3 relics, so that's already 3 extra attack, which compensates for the lack of Blast Furnace. And here come the Halberdier. Hera is going for full Cavalry Archer. Huzzah! Very, very strong. Army composition over here for Hera and DauT. Yeah, this is one of those things about Arena that is so fascinating. When you delete the walls, that's like an invitation from your opponents, like, yeah, come here, I'm waiting for you. I'm not afraid. I'm gonna use these walls. So you see the walls go down over there, you're the one pushing, you're like, oh crap, here comes something big, and here comes something big! Hera's going right into the trebuchets, he'll take one down. Mind now taking the other one down as well with the bombard cannon and the Huzzar over here. The trebuchets from DauT are not holding on too well, and that's another one down. 2 trebuchets down the gutter for DauT. Unable to get too much damage with those whatsoever, and now he's got the Cavalier on the way, but he's got 4 gold miners. It's not looking good for DauT. I completely agree. It's looking extremely grim for the red player. Yeah, a little bit of a flex. He's going for farms forward in front of where the walls used to be. And this is Hera just saying to DauT, I am not afraid of you. Here come my boys. Yeah, and the Cavalier didn't really achieve much of anything for DauT, right? He went for the upgrade. He never really had too many gold miners to work with those. He's got only now a chain bar, the armor coming up, and yeah, Hera. Hera's got Sipahi on the way. Extra HP for the cavalry archers. These are going to be the highest HP cavalry archers in the game. With Sipahi, that gets them, I believe, 30% or 30 extra HP. Sorry, no, it's 20 extra HP. So you get heavy cavalry archer plus Sipahi, and that's 100 HP for these guys. So it's, yeah, pretty darn strong unit. It's basically like getting bloodlines over again. It's like having 2 bloodlines. Lithuania is no longer under unruly civilization. Well, yeah, I don't know about that, right? I'd still say it's more about the players, but to be fair, Hera played, not only he played really well over here, but in addition to that, Turks, I will probably put a little bit higher compared to Lithuanians and Arena for sure. Turks, probably top 3. Alongside Bohemians, perhaps. Not really sure which other one I would seal the top 3 with, but DauT. Yeah, not the strongest one for this one. And Paladin is coming up. Now he's gonna try to get some more Cavalier. But he's already on the back foot though. That's fine though. They're great for open and maps with pawns. Yeah. Another castle on the way for Hera. Now that's going to be the 3rd one. Meanwhile, DauT struggling to keep out the only one he's got. The bombard cannons and the trebuchets. Hera shouldn't really struggle to take this one down, and he won't. And for every minute that DauT keeps the castle up over here, that's going to be a ton of stone that he needs to spend just to keep the castle up, and it's not really giving him much anything. So there we go. We see the engagement coming out that DauT was waiting for, and now it's got Paladin. Halberdier over here as well, pushing the cavalry archers away, but DauT doesn't seem like he'll be able to clean these units up in the end. He does manage to get a bunch of these down though. Hera on 28 heavy cavalry archers makes fantastic use of the castle to salvage the majority of the units over there. Still end up losing a few of the trebuchets over there. Now DauT's catching up, guys. Only 4 population lower compared to Hera, and he's coming in with Halberdier with Paladin to try and get the raids going against Hera. But the blue player, he's got a castle. He's got extra TCs over here. It's going to be pretty difficult for DauT to get too much damage done over here. Yeah, the Paladin actually going down pretty darn quickly to the castle over there. And well, in the front, Hera's going to come out on top, and DauT could not really do anything. The Paladin, the Halberdier, so much for this. So much for 3 Paladin in the back of Hera's economy that get instantly cleaned up by the cavalry archers. And that is while DauT already had plate bar armors, while the engagement went better for DauT over there, and he was the one with momentum putting pressure against Hera. It was not strong enough. He needed to wait for a few more units probably, and yeah, with the amount of cavalry archers that we have from Hera, he keeps on producing as well, getting very, very close to 50. Not going any higher because he doesn't have any population space. That's going to call it GG. There is no taking this game back from Hera. And that's going to put the Canadian up 2-0 against DauT. And a fantastic performance with Turks over here on Arena. So yeah, better KD for Hera in the end is going to be a little bit better than 9 to 8. For the economy, we have a stronger economy for Hera, collecting 11,000 extra resources. Stronger worker count as well. You cross the line over here at the 50% mark. And you just see how much of a lead Hera had. Sure, towards the end of the game, DauT was actually able to get a bunch of these villages down, and notice how with the raid over there, DauT was able to kind of equalize, right, for society, for the work count. But as DauT ran out of momentum towards the end over here, so this is the raid, right? He started taking ville after ville until he was able to catch up to Hera, but then he was left with no army anymore. So it was going to be only a matter of time until Hera started picking up some steam over here. And if you take a look, there is actually a very, very small change of momentum over there, right? And that was going to snowball pretty hard for Hera. In favor of Hera, of course. There we go, everyone. Then welcome to game number 3. Match point. Hera 2, DauT Neil. For the civilizations, Hera's got Mayans, which means he begins with 1 extra villager, 50 less food compared to other civilizations. He gets 15% longer lasting resources, 10, 20, and 30% cheaper archers in the feudal castle and imperial ages, and for the team bonus, cheaper walls. DauT, on the other hand, he's playing with Sicilians. That is a very interesting civilization. He's gonna get access to dungeon as opposed to towers. He's gonna have, for Sicilians, 100 extra stone upon starting the game. And then in addition to that, for Sicilians, we'll see twice the food yield on farms per each farm upgrade that he researches. So it doubles the food yield for each farm as opposed to going up by the standard amount. He gets TCs and castles that build twice as fast as well. And the team bonus for Sicilian specifically is only for water, so it doesn't matter. Let's go and take a look at the map generation. So I'm not really sure if you like to have the match point over here against Hera and Arabia if you're in DauT's position. Taking a look at the map generation, starting with Hera, we're going to see the main gold forward. We're going to have the secondary golds kind of far away. This one is forward over here. We're going to have this one over here as well. On the left-hand side, too far. And then even the stones seem really, really bad for Hera. He's got the main stone on the left-hand side. He's got secondary stone on the left-hand side. Main stone on the right-hand side, secondary stone on the left-hand side. And could potentially just connect the dots over here and try to get the walls up. And maybe, if he goes around the goal over there, he will be able to secure that one. But even then, that's going to be a single resource that Hera will be able to secure. Taking a look at DauT's map generation. What do we get for the red player? He's got the goal forward as well, but this is a little bit better compared to Hera because the DauT is to go for walls like this. He already secures this one. He's got another goal on the left-hand side towards the north. He's got another goal, the secondary goal towards the southeast. And the main stone is on the back. That's about it, right? The secondary stone is forward. But this is looking better for DauT. Yes, if he goes for this, it's going to be a little bit pricier because he doesn't have quite as many dots to connect with the woods over there. But it's going to be enough for DauT. It's going to take a little longer, but it's going to be enough for DauT to secure this one. And this one, right? So it's good. Seems like these Arabia generations always have a lot of woodlines. Well, this is the Grand Melee version of Arabia, and it might not be the same as Ranked Arabia. Village is coming up early for both these players. A little bit earlier for Hera. DauT's going up with 1 extra villager. I mean, he's going up a little bit later, but is actually not an extra villager. Hera, I don't think he's gone for Loom. Wow, Hera's going full greed. He's not gonna Loom. He is not fast castling over here yet. He goes up on 2 extra, oh well, 1 extra villager against DauT, who is going up later actually. So this is really good. He's got a civilization that gets incredible economy, Hera that is. And he's going up probably the greediest possible way without going for Loom. And he's getting away with it. And there is nothing DauT can say or do that is going to prevent or change Hera's action in this game. Kinda looks like ranked, but hills around base, removed and always forward type. Could be. Could be. Archer range is on the way for Hera. We are expecting to see archers coming out for him. He gonna go for scouts, so that doesn't really leave too many options. For DauT, on the other hand, we have the stable coming up, and Sicilians are a civilization that can definitely go for cavalry. We know they have even a unique technology for Nightline units that's going to give them extra armor. So it's good. This is eventually something that he'll be able to make use of once he gets to the castle age, once he gets to the next stage. And Hera's got the first archer coming out. This is a good wall as well. Something that I was suggesting for Hera as well. He's going to wall in front of the goal, so he secures this one. Blacksmith's coming as well, so he's going to continue going for the walls over here. Hey JBR, hi. And DauT, that's not completely wall himself. It's taking a little bit longer for him, but I do like it that he's not overly committed, especially with the fact that Hera's got a stronger economy. That really wants to take his time and utilize one villager, two tops, if he's going to be well on the left-hand side too. Yeah, utilizing 3 villagers over here with the walls, I don't think if I'm too convinced about for DauT. Let's take a look at the gather economy time. Yeah, it's looking better for Hera. Not by a huge margin right now, but he's just finished the walls. So until DauT keeps on collecting the walls or getting the walls up over here, he's sending a 3rd villager to get the walls up. So he's walling with 4 villagers. By the time DauT is done with this and sends the villagers back to collect resources, Hera's already going to increase the gather economy time over here. It might not seem like too much, but 10 extra minutes of gather economy time is going to result at 20 resources per minute per villager. And an efficient economy is going to result in about 200 extra resources. 200 extra resources for Hera, who's playing Mayans. There we go. Here he comes with the archers. Spearman. Eagle Scout even. And DauT's gonna be kind of forced into going for an extra layer of walls over here. Yeah, 2 Spearmen are definitely not something to sneeze at in DauT. Let's get 4 scouts. He's trying to go for more. He's gonna be on 6 scouts very soon. Could still go in favor of Hera, depending on how DauT approaches the army from the dual player. We'll see. In Hera. Yeah, it's eventually going to get cleaned up no matter what if he does not send any reinforcements. It's going to be pretty difficult because of the positioning for the scouts over here from DauT. Take a look at this, by the way. This is what Hera can see. He sees the scouts over there. And here come the extra scouts right now. Spearman going down right away. The scouts are going to survive over here, so we're most likely than not going to see the archers go down as well as the Eagle Scout. We have extra archers coming up over here. You know what? You know what? Hera's unit control over here is really good. He's taking all the scouts down, targeting the low HP ones first. That ends up taking a few archers over here, but a very small amount. And now Hera takes the vast majority of the scouts down from DauT. Red player doesn't really have the means to keep on defending himself without skirmishers, so he's forced into an archer range. And Hera's resources, man. Hera's resources are looking out of this world. He's gonna be in the Castle Age. We're going out to the Castle Age very soon, and yeah, I think DauT was banking on... The thing with Sicilians, they absorb... I don't think I mentioned this, but they absorb 40% bonus damage against land units, except for siege weapons, so the scouts over there do not take anywhere near as much damage from spearmen as standard scouts. So he probably felt like it was enough. He probably felt like it was enough. Unfortunately for him, as Hera brought a few archers into the mix, then scale bar armor, or the lack of scale bar armor actually started hurting DauT quite a lot. And the archers ended up being like the final nail in the coffin for DauT's army, not the spearmen in the end. Hera's going back. He's going after the Castle Age, so he wants to save those archers to have something to upgrade the crossbows. And DauT, on the other hand, well, yeah, DauT's got some skirmishers now that the archers are gone. Delays into the Castle Age a little bit more, and it seems like the red player cannot catch a break. It's not like his base was in danger. He could have just gotten a blacksmith for one upgrade. Yeah, that is terribly sad for anybody rooting for DauT over here to see the way this game has gone so far, and honestly to see the way that the series have gone so far. Yeah, probably didn't even need to fight, right? Probably could have just either tried to push the archers away or run away and just keep on walling. Just try to distract the archers, get some extra walls up, and he was gonna be fine. Archers are not breaking through the walls like this ever. Castle Age is here for Hera. In DauT. DauT's going to remain Stoic. Chest out. Standing tall. Continue to try in game number 3. That will be a very underwhelming way to go down in the series, of course. Just go on the GG as soon as Hera got to the castle age, but DauT probably knows what's coming his way, and that's the reason why we see a double layer of palisades coming up over here. Because if he doesn't, the crosses are going to break through in no time. And as a matter of fact, Hera, he could have tried to keep on going over here and try to see if that was a little bit more exposed elsewhere, but he's just going to take a time and destroy the palaces over here. He feels confident enough. As DauT gets to the castle age, now Hera is going to split a small army from his main group over here just to push the skirmishers away and keep on breaking through. Meanwhile, DauT's got the second and third TCs on the way. Hera, he got the second TC already up. He's going for the third TC now. And here comes Hera. DauT gets the TC up just in time. Let's bring the skirmishers back. He's got Bach and Arrow, but no elite skirmisher. No leather arch armor. Without leather arch armor, these crossbows, without leather arch armor, without elite skirmishers, these crosses are actually not bad against the skirmishers. So Hera is already in, man, and that's hurting. He's going for the defensive siege workshop, and the only way for him to stay in this game would be to land a huge shot against Hera, which, as unlikely as it seems, it's technically not impossible. So that's going to keep on trying, especially because of his opportunity to make it into the main event being over if he calls it GG, right? So he's gonna try a little bit more. Whoa!
Here is for a beer. Keep up the good commentary.
Thank you so much.
Parenthesis.
Colon parenthesis. Thank you so much for the support, Theo. It's very much appreciated. The bits today, guys. The bits today, the subs today, tips today, and that is a big shot, though. And DauT is going for another one. That's another huge shot, and this is what I was talking about. It's not impossible, just very unlikely that Hera would just stand still over there and allow DauT to push him out of his base. DauT is forward with skirmishers. I think Hera might have been paying attention over here, and DauT, wow, he survives over here. He was half dead. He was with 1 foot out of the tournament already, but now he's got a chance. Might not be the biggest, might not be the most likely outcome, but DauT is not dead, and he's gonna keep on trying. He wants to believe, guys. There's the miracle we were asking for. DauT was asking for over here. We were expecting to see in order to get a 4-game series at least. And what a moment over there. That is not going down. Not without swinging here. There we go. Hera, it's got some crosses left over here. DauT is going to clean these up. Well done. And a big pow moment over there indeed. That's got elite skirmishes now, finally. Still like for him to get leather arch armor, but still. Hera's still ahead though. He's got about 9 extra workers, 10 extra workers right now. He's got more military units. And he's got, in my opinion, the stronger civilization. We'll see. But yeah, Theo, thank you so much for the tip. $5 over there. 5 avocados. Let's go. And all the support, of course, is very much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. It's been over 11 hours already. Man, I would be good to go, by the way, if this extended over to 15 hours. If we had gotten 6 full sets. But in a sense, I'm kind of glad that it's going to be over sometime soon, man, because I need to rest my voice. Especially after those big shots, those big moments. Starting to feel the strain a little bit already. Let her go for DauT. Yes. He's got scorpions over here, but he's already been able to stabilize. He's got a 4 TC. So eventually he's gonna be catching up. In about 5 minutes or so, he should be able to catch up to Hera in worker count. However, Hera, because he's had more workers for longer with Mayans, he'll be on his way to the Imperial Age very soon. In DauT, well, not anytime soon. I don't think DauT's necessarily going to call the GG as soon as Hera gets to the Imperial Age, but he's going to be in a world of pain. After Hera gets up, especially taking a look at the resources, he'll be able to go for... There we go. He'll be able to go for a castle, right? That's going to be very difficult for DauT to defend against. The prospect of El Dorado Elite Eagle Warrior spam. The prospect of even Arbalists. Like it feels like it doesn't matter what Hera goes for once he gets to the Imperial Age so long. As he starts putting pressure, DauT's not going to be able to defend against that with Castle Age units. And we have a 4th archer range coming up, so Hera seems to be going full on Arbalisters. I probably won't even be able to click when Hera hits him. No, he's going up, he's going up. He's got the buildings, he's getting very close, but Hera will still have a significant head start to it. It's always really going to depend on how many units Hera has out by the time he gets to the Imperial Age, how many units he's going to be able to upgrade, and how many units is going to be able to start putting pressure against DauT with, because if he's got all of his army back home, right, by the time he gets to the Imperial Age, then DauT's not going to be under any threat. Until Hera sends the units forward and tries to find an opening, tries to find some exposed economy. So DauT's not dead. He's going out to the Imperial Age very soon himself. Nice man shot over there. For DauT. Idle time difference is very big. DauT does have 1 extra TC, mind you, so some of that is going to be because of it. But yeah, definitely should be able to keep the TCs working significantly better than this. It's got only 1 villager queued up. 4 TCs, 1 research in the next stage. Certainly plenty of resources to go for extra villagers, and certainly has not gotten to the villager max that he wants to get to before stopping producing villagers. So a little bit sloppy over here from DauT, yes. And Hera. Here's got the Arbalisters coming up, and this is what I was talking about. He gets to the Imperial Age and he's sending the units forward already. There we go. Who's organizing the tournament? This tournament is hosted by the Order of the Sheep. And it's sponsored by Microsoft, as well as Backforce, Repo, and Terra. That's why we have the sponsor logos up over here. And there are some rumors, some, you know, people say that Order of the Sheep might just be Game of Legion in disguise. I'm really sure if they admitted it outright or if it's still speculation at this point, but it seems to be some sort of relation over there. Some sort of, they seem to be somewhat related in some shape or form. What is so melee about the tournament rules? They are going to box live after they are done playing Age of Empires. They are going to pull up a ring and they are going to just beat the crap out of each other. Is that melee enough? JK, by the way, they're not going to do any of that. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Beautiful raid over here for Hera. Taking the villagers down. Taking the villagers down over here. Very soon it's going to be able to break through, though. There we go. It's taking forever for Hera to come in over here. It feels like he's wasting so much potential damage from these Arbalisters. Here we are. Yeah, the Arbalisters are coming in way too late. DauT already managed to get enough knights to clean these units up, but Hera doesn't care. He's going right after the villagers. DauT's economy was already lackluster now. It's going to end up losing a bunch of extra villagers. And sure, the Arbalisters get cleaned up, but how many villagers went down over here before the Arbalisters got taken down? Plus, Hera, with the head start he had to the Imperial Age, already managed to get 2 Cherishes out before DauT gets the first trip out. With the forecast coming up over here, Hera will be able to outproduce DauT for Cherishes as well if this turns into a trap war. And with our ballistas, yeah, Hera's in a pretty good position over here. He's going for Halberdier as well, too. And DauT is trying to survive. He's trying to survive for Halberd over here, and he's got it. He's got Halberd, so here he comes. He does not take anywhere near as much bonus damage against the pikeman over there. With the extra armor, these are going to be significantly stronger against the Arbalists as well. It's only in Knight form. These units are a little bit weaker still against Arbalists, but DauT's actually getting a lot of damage done. He's actually getting a lot of damage done. The castle crumbles though for DauT, but not before he got the upgrades he needed. With Halberd, he's able to take a bunch of the units from Hera down, but it's still not enough, guys. It's still not enough. 12 military units for DauT, 42 for Hera. That's going to be very soon over 4 times the military for the blue player, and it is 45 to 9 military, 5 times the military count for Hera over here. And DauT's crumbling to pieces here, getting shredded down to smithereens by Hera's units. With the trebuchet going down, the Arbalisters and the Halberdier moving on. Another castle's coming up over here, and DauT that's trying to go for Cavalier still does not really manage to get too much. This should be going down as well. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Hera's just in another level here. I see the discussion in the chat as well. I do agree. I do not think necessarily the DauT is necessarily in poor shape for this series. After all, he has taken on very, very strong players to get to the round of 12 over here. So get into this series to face Hera, yeah, he calls it GG. We were expecting this to be the case. It was a matter of time. So Hera moves on, guys, to the Grand Melee. Well, DauT gets knocked down in the last qualifying round, though, mind you. He was a top 12 player during the qualifiers. He got past very strong opponents as well, so there's no taking anything away from Hera. I think DauT tried to the best of his ability. I think he didn't really play too bad or anything. I think Hera's just extremely consistent over here. It's not the first time that Hera gets a very good result over here. Just a few days ago, Hera managed to, for the most part, clap the Viper as well with the same settings, remember? We saw the Grand Melee show match, play all 5 versus the Viper, and Hera just dominated. So full credit where credit's due for the Canadian player over here. It seems like the move to Argentina was for good, was for the better, right? Getting to 2K7 for the first time over there. In any case, better KD for DauT in the end. Didn't matter. Hera, with the civilization he was playing, had a very cost-effective save, very cost-effective units to play with. And with so much more economy over here, the blue player certainly was not hurting for KD, right? Especially when DauT was going for such pricey units compared to Hera. He was going for Cavalier. He was going for Siege. Hera was going for Arbalesters. Halberdier. We'll see a better society stat over here for Hera as well, with a higher villager max count as well as the highest villager total count and the highest villager current count as well, only losing 9 villagers throughout the game. Meanwhile, DauT ended up losing 30. So well played. Hera moves on, guys. We got our final qualified player to participate in the Grand Melee. DauT gets knocked out, although he will still have a chance of potentially making it into it by playing the replacement qualifier.